Hi, I'm the dog teacher and I have 6 very useful tips to start getting your dog ready to be trained. These very simple tips will help you be seen by your four-legged companion as the leader of the pack instead of him or her. Very important dog training advice. Dog training advice tip 1. Remember, you're the boss. Training your dog can be a worthwhile endeavour, but before you start, there are some things you need to know in order to make training easier and more pleasant for both you and your dog. The very most important thing you must always remember is that you are the boss. This is very important dog training advice. By nature, dogs are pack animals and adhere to a strict hierarchy, with every pack having a leader. In order to train your dog properly and easily, you need to establish yourself as the leader early on in your relationship. Dog training advice tip 2. Show your leaderships with your actions. The next bit of dog training advice I will give you is some dogs may be more aggressive than others, some more dominant, some are more easygoing, but no matter what your dog's personality, you must be firm in your commands. Don't let your dog get the upper hand, or he will start to think that he is the leader. Now, I don't mean that you need to be physically abusive to your dog, far from it. You need to show your leadership with your actions. Dog training advice tip 3. Don't expect your dog to behave like a 2-year-old during training. Another piece of dog training advice is to consider that while your dog understands you at about the same level as a 2-year-old, he is not a human. In fact, your dog has many differences from humans that cause him to interpret your commands and act much differently than a 2-year-old child would. So do not expect him to behave like your 2-year-old during training. Dog training advice tip 4. Be consistent when training your dog. The dog training advice here is when training your dog, you need to be consistent. Set aside about 45 minutes or half an hour every day to work on your training. You can start training your dog as young as you want, but don't be discouraged if you have an older pet, as training can be done at any age. When you start training your dog with the basics, the sit command is a good place to start, as getting your dog to sit is the basis for many other commands. Work on this one command every day until your dog has it cold, then move on to the next command. During training, you want to be firm. Always use the same word for each command and say it clearly. Never punish your dog when he does not do what you want, but instead use positive reinforcement when he does do what you want. Punishing or scolding will only confuse your dog, so have patience when he is not behaving the way you want. The best thing to do is ignore him, and he will learn that he only gets the reward when he performs the desired action. Dog training advice tip 5. Try work on training every day at first. The good dog training advice I can give you here is try to work on training every day at first. As your dog learns more and more commands, you can slack off a bit, but training should always be part of your relationship with your dog. It can be fun and rewarding for both of you to keep learning new behaviours and taking the training to the next level. Dog training advice tip 6. Make training fun. Dog training advice is a task that takes consistency, persistence and patience. But your efforts will be rewarded with a well-behaved dog as well as a stronger bond with your four-legged friend. Training your dog properly ensured not only his safety but the safety of those around him, and it can also be a lot of fun, both for you and your dog. Making it fun is the best training advice you can have.